okay? Because the chat's on screen right now, as you can see. I guess I have to do like a little introduction, right? What's up, guys? It's your boy. Okay, so it's your streamer eating pizza right now. I've been one ball for uh like as soon as the game came out. Um, yeah, I'm pretty okay at the game. Contrary to what noobs might say about me, they just hate me because they ate me. Okay. Yeah. So let's go to the next slide. Okay. So first off, before I talk about whatever the fuck, we gotta talk about the state of Iron Fist right now in season 3.5. Uh, so like, they made his percentage damage higher, right? And guess what that means? They want Iron Fist to be even more of a brawler now, so that's cool. The agents over at the NetEase headquarters. I was like, that's cool and all, but like, still dive, still a thing. Should do it sometimes. And also that funny team up with Lunar Snow means you will be playing in like a brawling type position more often than not. Because yay brawl, we love to see that, right? Anyways, yeah, that's all I have to say. Also, they made this guy's damage like lower, right, on squishies. So like, yeah, that just gravitates you even more to fucking punching Groot. All right. Yeah. So Iron Fist's role in this game, he isn't exactly a traditional DPS. You keep hearing Groot in the background. Okay, let's check out the game. All right. I didn't hear it because my headset is like kind of low right now. All right. So Iron Fist isn't your traditional DPS, right? He can do a little bit of everything, but he's not the master at one thing. A good Iron Fist is one that's like all over the place. So you never want to do one thing at a time. You don't want to only peel for your supports if they're being like wedgied by like Venom and like Spider-Man and like Captain America. Or you don't want to be only punching things, because then their healers are only gonna heal the tanks, right? Because people have brain cells. So what you want to do is you want to switch it up. You want to dive, you want to brawl, you want to peel, you want to do all of these to keep them on their toes, you know. All right. Oops, I almost skipped the slide. All right. So we got to talk about the matchups. So ideally, Iron Fist is good into like low damage comps, like triple tank, and like triple support. However controversial that take may be, right? But like, I believe, at least on paper, in a war of attrition, aka whoever falls first, I believe Iron Fist are gonna come out on top, right? Because he's just really fucking tanky sometimes. Well, to elaborate more on that point, it's like if you're in a triple support mirror with like Iron Fist on one side and Starlord on the other, in previous seasons, like season 2, you would, I, in my opinion, I believe Iron Fist team would come out on top. Just due to the pure sustain and the value that you can put out as a almost like an off tank. But against your traditional like 2-2-2, like your Namor, your Phoenix, you just kind of times get tough, but it's the eh. Of course, Iron Fist is team based, right? You have to rely on your supports somewhat to get more value out of Iron Fist, because the whole central playstyle of Iron Fist is like absorbing pressure, yes? So, on your team, if you have Hitler and Mr. Epstein here, anywhere on your team, or if you have like 6 diddlers, then you're not getting anywhere. And back to the traditional 2-2-2, you're going against Namor, you have to shoot those squids. You gotta shoot those squids. However hard it may be to shoot those squids as a melee character, you're the one who picked Iron Fist. And then also there's Loki. He's really cool. Really awesome. So yeah, basically every meta character counters Iron Fist. So have fun. All right. So you loaded up the game, you picked Iron Fist, and now you're like, what the fuck do I do? Do I brawl? Do I dive? Do I save my supports from getting executed with my cool brand new Lunar Chi team up? Answer to that is I don't fucking know. You just gotta know. This is more of a game sense thing, where you just know what to do in the moment. So I can't tell you like what the answer is for every situation. This is the reason why not everyone's, top 500. But I guess some general pointers to help you is to like look at, which one is jaywalking the most. You want to look for really bad players that like can't hit their shots, or like I just generally clueless about their positioning, because I know most of you are in those lower elos, those lower brackets, those the 99%. But in a high game, I guess what you would do is just to be the biggest problem to the enemy, is what I would say. If you had Six people looking at you, that'd be pretty okay because you're doing your job. What if I'm the biggest problem to myself? Um, just hit H at that point. Okay, so you've decided whether to brawl or dive or peel or rubber the fuck or like go to your local boba shop. Okay? He, he, Here's a step by step to accomplishing your job. Okay? Step one, you punch them with your normal combo, right? And at the moment you sense that they start shooting you, you press the block. Okay? You press the block. Now, what I don't really see people doing during the block, right? Let me just pull up paint. Okay, say this is you on Iron Fist, right? And this is you with your shield, you're blocking. And then there are these people. Okay? Okay. When you're blocking, this you need to know which one of these are looking at you. During your entire, punch, block, and then flurry punch, and then whatever, yada yada, is time to gather information on who is looking at you, right? Because knowing who's looking at you and actively shooting you is valuable information and will help you maximize your time while engaging, right? And I guess this is really dependent on like what heroes they have on their team and what like supports you have on your team and like whether your mag like decides to bubble you or not, but like you can use your health bar as a rough indicator of how much time you have left. Of course, if you're against like Hela, that Black Widow hero, for the love of Jesus, like where they can like just one shot you, the health bar might not be a good indicator. But if you're against like low damage comps, as I said, maybe brawl stuff, then your health bar is more accurate to as whether or not you can stay in or not. Let's go back to the Google slide. All right, step 3. This is the most important step, right? This is where people tend to feed the most. Either kick them or kick out. You get me? Your kick is probably the most important cooldown that you have next to your block. This is why I put the red circle and red arrows and important all around, bro. Are they low enough so that you can kick them and they die? Or do you kick out? Decisions. Again, this is where the whole gathering information on whether they are looking at you is so important, right? Because if they're looking at you, then kicking them might not be such a good idea. Okay? Might not be such a good idea. So basic compared to Spidey. Uh, anyways. Do I have anything important to add? Because I can't remember. Oh yeah, when you're blocking, you should use it as a brief like period to just look around, see who is shooting at you, who is focused on you. Okay. Oh yeah, and here's when to alt too. Basically, just do it whenever. High elo games just come out to whoever farms more alts and uses it more. Percentage damage, of course, makes it so that you build your alt on tanks a lot faster. So, in high elo games, it just usually goes support alts first and then the rest. So yeah, good luck. During those 24 seconds of I'm ready to put on a show, you farm your alt off of punching tanks with your block punches, and then yeah, you just pray to Jesus that you come out on top. All right. And here's some cool tips and tricks by your Iron Fister headmaster. Use block right before alt ends to get another block. I hope you know this. If you didn't, then now you know. Congrats. Can you at least go into present mode? I don't know how to do that. Are you trying to blind your viewers? Go dark mode. Okay, you fucking vampire. It's 5 p.m., dude. Look for opportunities to dive with your team. Iron Fist is dependent on your team. This is true. This is 100% fact checked by verified liberals. If I didn't nail this hard enough into you, Iron Fist is team dependent. If you don't get flake, complain now. If you don't get mag bubbled, that's just a given until you're win above all. If you just don't get support, if your team doesn't follow up on the pressure that you are making, then fuck them. Okay? It's good luck. Iron Fist is basically all about game sense and just knowing how to take advantage of opportunities that present themselves. Okay? Yep. Now, this may have been a pretty simple slideshow, but the thing that makes a good Iron Fist different from an excellent Iron Fist is probably game sense, I would say. Some things you just can't teach. I can give you the basic outline, but at the end of the day, it has to be you. Will you do a Q&A at the end? Yes, I will. Q&A time, baby. At the end of the day, you can either play meta champs like a beta male, or you can try to pave your own path to victory. And yeah, that's all I have to say. On what basis do you decide how long you can stay in their backline if they're playing Hela or Hawkeye? I usually time it on the intervals they shoot. So you know how um, Hawkeye has a drawing his bow animation. When his bow is finished, like drawing at full charge, it like lights up a little, and then you should time your block to that. And then Hela has a fixed firing rate, so you should time it to that too. Did you go over biggest counters? All right, I'll go back to biggest counters. So you want to look out for stuff like Namor and Loki. And also, triple flyer is kind of cancer, right? And also, if you don't have a good team, don't bother. All right. What made you decide to play Mr. Fantastic and Iron Fist off rip? That's my first question. I just felt like in a world of guns and so much weaponry, wouldn't it be really funny if you just punched people? What do you do when Bucky is on your dick all game? Well, you just keep doing what you're doing because that's bad for him and good for you. You're doing your job while he is looking out for you. So you're preventing him from getting pick opportunities while you are still just doing what you should normally be doing. What do you think of Iron Fist's new skin, the big red oily butt one? Yeah. How possible is peeling for your team on Fist? Well, if you have nothing else to do, then I suppose you can peel. And peeling's better this patch with the cool lunar chi team up that heals everyone in a fucking circle. It also gives you all charge. Like if you're healing like 5 people at the same time, that shit like gives you like 20% ult. There's so many questions. I don't know what to do when they have too much frontline damage. I die too fast against that comp. Well, frontline damage, do you mean like uh, Punisher like Human Torch or something? I don't think you should ever die too fast against like Punisher Torch or something. If one type of playstyle isn't working out for you, you should you should try to do something else. For example, if you're brawling and you're constantly being shit on by strange or whatever because you're like a noob or something, then you should try diving their supports. If you get frozen and slept and fucking pulled when you dive, it's time to the front line. Okay. Can you react to my Iron Fist gameplay? It's a YouTube short. No thanks. Iron Fist into high damage comps. Good luck. It's good to peel. What are best Iron Fist matchups in your opinion? Well, I'll repeat it again. It's like low damage comps, maybe like uh, it's either low damage comps or like consistent damage comps, like not Hela, not Hawkeye, not Black Widow. You know, the type where they can one shot you. I'm thinking like Punisher. I'm thinking like you know what? I forgot. I forgot the list of heroes in Marvel Rivals. So I'm just gonna say, if you're against low damage, that's consistent damage comps, then that's good. What if they're running Phoenix Punisher and a no more that plays with backline? Well, then in that case, they would only have one tank, right? Where they're strong in one thing, there should be a weakness in another, right? Did you talk about playing Iron Fist into Emma yet? You, when she diamonds, you block. That's how it goes. Are you going to watch the matchmaking video by Marvel Rivals that just released? What? Okay, I guess if there are no more questions, then I'll be playing the video game. Oh, here's one more question. Do you think that Iron Fist has any real hard counters? Squid Guy. But if you're talking like hard counters, I guess it's more so your team that handicaps you. So, yeah. All right, so that's the end of the